I hope you guys seeing this video well. This is more about like a personal rant of me. I tried to make this video with a script, but turns out to be very difficult for me. What I want to talk about is very wild subject for the channel, which is an art rant, let's say. I'm an artist. I've been drawing for 7 years. I started as a portrait artist, draftsman, painter. You know, I have the self-satisfying expertise, in my opinion. Like, I'm really satisfied with myself. I enjoy the art community. I really like the people, and especially like semi-public on Discord. Not so much on the public one, which is where my concern is at. I'm sorry. I'm really concerned about one thing, is that the art community is slowly growing with the concept of demagogy and mobism, where some people can do mistakes, right? Some people can do very bad ones either. Like, by the way, I'm playing in the game, in the recording, so sorry about that. Where like some people like have mistakes where like they can fix it with reparations, money, refunds, you know, concessions. But like there are mistakes that are like they're obviously criminal. There obviously has to be something to apologize for, but like that is like not even money can repair the damage. For me, like there are a couple of artists who fell into the issue where their community, maybe not all of them, like stabbed their back. Well, that's a strong word for me, but rather like left their favorite artist behind. And sadly, this encourages people to just, once they're uncomfortable with people doing mistakes, it's gonna grow to a point where we're gonna want artists who never fail. Well, what am I talking about, first of all? Like, why am I suddenly talking about like artists and mistakes? Well, there are a couple of artists. Some of them were not my friend, but I commissioned them one point in my life. One of them was Randy Diso. He's an artist who loves to draw Pokemon art and Pokeswap. He is a friend of a friend of a friend. Like how Soul Goodness says that. A friend of a friend of a friend and whatever. Regardless of that, I commissioned a couple of times. He is a really good draftsman. I really like his work. He might be, has an indecent art or very unconventional. And in my opinion, unconventional art is very common in the community. But the issue that I'm worried about is that he did a mistake. He was a minor back then when I commissioned him, which was like a year or two. Of course, I didn't know that. Well, but I never really talked to him much. I didn't know anything about his life, not much. Until I found out in a public post where they shared a Google Doc that he was involved with a couple of groomers. And I'm like, holy shit. The poor guy. Like, he's a minor, first of all. Like, minors are easily coerced, even if they're 17. He involved himself. Like, it's not a good light on him because he drew NSFW art for those artists, which presented really fucked up shit. The thing is, he's really regretful of it, to a point that he's really feels like the community, the public art community, Twitter and Instagram, like they really stabbed in the back. They really harassed him. They really like, some of them tried. They really wanted to do death threats, but they felt like, no, just get him out of the freaking platform. Why he's back? Why you guys? I remember one where like he's so angry, like a Twitter user, and it reminds me of like the Duante gang scene where like, that's mine, befehl, and like, how dare you forget and disobey my orders? Like, whoa, over a guy who was a minor and did a mistake. Like, that's sad. I'm a law student. I know law and stuff, and it doesn't matter like, who am I? But if I want to use language, I could indict him of like artistic indecency and like sexualization. That's really hurtful. But the damage is repairable because he was harmed. That's the thing. He was harmed more than he harmed others, which is on a balance of being just. I think he's the so-called underdog. What I conclude about this is the art community is very rash and very harsh on others. Like, you guys need some mercy. You need some like a second chance. Those people need to be better, of course, but you don't lift them down and like digitally execute them, because that's literally like bad, and some people could use that to monopolize, and I fear that. Maybe I don't care much about like the art public anymore, but there are people like this art goes lost in history, you know? Some people love a specific type of art regardless of the artist. Oh wow, MJ42, that's so cool. And that's really horrible. And there's like other artists that I've heard about. Like there's one called on Twitter ZZZ. Like I said again, all of those I'm seeing as like a viewer. I'm never a friend of them. I never befriend them ever. Maybe a business partner with one, but like, you know, that's very common in the art community to like, you know, communicate with an artist and commission. But like, it's so sad that we see artists around us like, whoa, they just been attacked and rashed and their hard progress is just gone. Okay, so like what's with ZZ? Well, he was a Deltarune artist more mainly, but he was a bit of like a average Twitter artist be like, and they draw like thick characters, like thick Ralsei. You know, like it's not a good sign because like Ralsei is a minor coded character.
Much appreciated.
But like, he still very regretful of. He even sent a couple of Twitter messages or posts about this. People really don't feel happy of him being back. Some people like they found out that he made a new account and closed his main one, and now he's like T and numbers. He's afraid of even changing the name T because he feels so much on walking the eggshells. Well, maybe if you're like the guys who agitated and instigated, you feel like he deserves it rightfully. But punishments are not like a lifetime of it. Like the sentence itself is still enough. We're not gonna banish people from our community because they did small mistakes, while there are others who did worse. I feel like there are probably many who did worse behind our backs. We don't know. But because they're big artists, I don't want to give the power consciousness or like the class consciousness, dude. Like, it's not communism, but like they have a lot to lean on once they get attacked, because they don't have much to lose, because nobody wants to lose an artist like that. That's basically it. There's this Zorno porn artist who was called like Depixion. I've heard about this guy, and if you heard about this guy, welcome to the Gooning Club. I don't know. Like, I heard this guy like was gone for years, and I don't know what is he about, but like the fact people say that he has a drama on and being attacked or whatever, so he's gone for this long while, or some say that he's tired of working on art. But like, these people, look at them, they're gone for a while, and now they might have jobs, but now they're gonna get a secondary source of money, and also they're gonna be more famous because their content is circulating like freaking stock market, dude, like currency. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, like this. Oh, damn. So what do we conclude about this? Well, what I want to conclude is that we have to be better, and there are ways to do this. I think everyone has good sense of justice and what is a crime, what constitutes one as a crime. I'm not gonna go an academic law professor and then telling you what's crime and what isn't, because that's actually a society sourced, a social sourced one. Well, there's like religious and law, where it's like if X is crime means this X thing is crime. That's like if the government says so. But whenever I talk about like, why not? We just heighten our senses to evidence. Evidence. Bring me the evidence. And just like be sure to give someone, like, you know, the benefit of the doubt. And once shit hits the fan and like a narrative is suddenly rooted, we just don't like water it until it's like too hard to pick it out or remove it because it's wrong, turns out to be wrong, we're wrong, or others are wrong. And this is discouraging for artists. They're gonna feel walking on eggshells. And if you think that's the good idea and the main source of like letting someone walk on eggshells because they scared to do wrong, well, that's just tyranny. Because it's based on feelings. If you're just gonna feel walking on eggshells because you're gonna do wrong, or you wanna draw what you draw because and others won't get that same punishment, because even though they draw the same thing, they just don't have the population and numbers to see you do that. I don't think we should just do this double standard. We gotta be better than this. We gotta be not arbitrary. Arbitrariness is a really bad disease, to be honest. We can't just do things on our whims and just satisfy our urges because, oh, these feelings or my morals is better than the others. There's literally 8 billion people on the earth. And if you believe in a religion and you're like a certain religion, Muslim, Christian, whatever, I don't think you gotta just like tyrannize the other because your religion is right and others wrong. Many religions kind of against that, even though there's like sources saying otherwise, but I'm not gonna debate this. This is not theology. I really hope this art community just be better. And other words, I forgot another artist, which is kind of known in the art community, Idolomantises. They're an artist, like, they got accused of sending to a minor incest art, like very unsolicited way. And I feel like if that's true, that's fucked up. Like, damn. But it turns out there wasn't even evidence to back it up, and the account just, the call out account died. Like, poof. And anyone can just like accuse you of something and attribute things that are not about you. And what I also, yeah, and that's the scary thing. Some artists just fold, and that's the scary thing about it, because if someone falls, that's it, they lose. They just like white unconditional surrender. I'm gonna let the winner do everything on me on their own terms. That's how it sounds, and that's really scary. I think that everyone, once a scandal or incident happens, everyone get a, like, the people involved, the parties involved have to say a statement. We can't just hear about a secondary source or a third source from like, oh, the guy said this and their friend said this on another in a public Discord, then suddenly like a guy on public Twitter says that. Okay, that's just tea. I don't like tea. There are people being risked careers over this, and that's not fun to have tea with. So if you really can't, or anybody involved in an issue, they can't just like talk it to the public. They should at least have their friend say so publicly, so that they become the primary source. I really wish this art community to be better. It's so scary to feel you walk on eggshells. I'm not the guy who likes sex art or NSFW or whatever. Maybe I have urges like any other human being, but to be honest, I don't like drawing it. But my art, as you can see, my channel, my channel, I do a lot of like a politicized art. Maybe like fantasy one because it's just fun to play with countries. Because you know me, I'm a big fan of those games. But I feel like people could look at me in the wrong way and think, I don't like this guy because he does certain things. And I'm gonna be in danger. My career is gonna be in danger if I have one. And that's what I fear for those artists who just like, they're now being in the wrong. They're now believed truly to be in the wrong because somehow you're allowed to insult and harass the accused and conclude that they are in the wrong without even concluding it in the correct way. I really don't have much to bring up anymore. I just hope someone sees this video, they get enlightened on something better. I'm not here to impose my religion or moral ideas or ethics. I just want the art community to wake up a bit and like see the world in a different way, in a justful way, you know. As law students or lawyers and judiciaries and like people of legal expertise, we're taught ethically to bring value of law, not just as a theory but into reality. And that's what I care about. I may not talk about law in my videos because I'm just a silly gaming channel where I want to have fun and voice act and whatever. But this video series, it's just been on my head for weeks. And I really want to let this out. I am not harmed. Like, why should I care about this? My friends were not harmed. Maybe their friends were harmed about this, but not me. I don't even have a bad past of art. Maybe I could have one, but not really a bad one. But that's the thing. When you're a teenager, you're gonna do a lot of bad, fucked up shit. I've seen people, teenagers, go in NSFW rooms in Discord and like post art happily, like they're proud of it. What the fuck we gonna do about this? We're not just gonna like, once they grow up, we're just gonna account them, they're juvenile. That's sad. So, I'm gonna bring these and highlight these issues because I want people to think. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna do X, you guys do X. That's tyranny even. Like, that's not even innovative. We're gonna make a society, or humanity, I'm talking on the internet, the globe. We've progressed so far in the art and technology and whatever. So I don't want to just my country or my society be just innovative, but the whole world just be more innovative on these problems and solve them in a better way than us right now or people before us. Let's take these people who were banished and digitally executed and harmed and harassed, or the others who actually did wrong and they were really disgusting and did groom people and did harm people, and they're not only just legally liable and civilly liable but also criminally. They deserve like prison. Who knows? We're just gonna learn from those and do better for the future.
Damn, I need to kill more
I hope you
freak
guys
bags first.
enjoyed this video. I thank you guys for watching me on the other videos, but I really would love this video to be shared to anyone. Even if you don't share it, at least like talk about it. That's what I at least care. Thank you guys for watching.
Not even close, freak bag.
Soldaten stirbt. Stirbt mit mir. Stirbt mit mir. Brav Soldat.